So we have a new topic, something called joining multiple tables. Joining multiple tables. So before that, uh, how can I join employee table and department table? How can I join employee table and department table? EMP dot department number in or equals to DEPT dot department number. Is it right? Subquery, case 2, a non-co-related subquery. Is it correct? Am I audible?
Yes.
See, if I want to join two tables, employee table and department table. From employee table, the common column is department number. From employee table, the common column is department number, which is equals to from the department table, the common column is department number. So this is how we will retrieve the data from both the tables. What in case if I refer the employee as E1, I'll refer this employee as E1 and then the department as D1. Oh, how can I join these two tables? With the reference, how can I join this table? E1 dot DPT number.
D1 dot department number in D1 dot department number.
E1 dot department number. So this we know that E1 is nothing but employee. E1 is nothing but employee, and this is the employee table reference. And D1 is the employee's department table reference. What in case if it is E2 manager? I have E2
E2
and then
dot depart
how can I join these two? Manager's details.
E, E2 dot department number
Department number
in
D2 dot
D2 dot department number.
department number. What in case if I'm having this manager, E3, D3, how can I join this?
E3 dot department number in
In or equals to D3 dot
D3 dot department
department
number.
number. So this is for employee. E1 dot department number in or equals to D1 dot department number. And this is for manager. D1 E2 so E2 dot department number in or equals to D2 dot department number. And this is for his manager. See, we have two tables, employee table and department table. In employee table, we have employees, managers, their manager, but still they all belong to the same table. I might be manager, you might be my super manager, and somebody might be my employee, but still we all belong to the same table. We all belong to the same table. So, and my details are separate. The employee's details are separate. His manager's details are separate, and his manager details are again separate. So for that sake, if it is employee, we have to refer it as E1. Similarly, D1. If it is manager, his his table reference is E2 from employee table, and his table reference from department is D2. Same as this one, manager's manager, E3 and D3. So this is how we have to join. Now, here we have seen E1 and D1. So this is the condition. E1 dot department number in or equals to D1 dot department number. Same, E2, D2, E3, D3. So this is the joint condition. Apart from these joint condition, we have one more thing here. We have E1, E2, E3. We have E1, E2, E3, which means first employee, first manager, second employee, second manager. We have employee and manager relationship also. See, apart from this E2, D2, we should also join E1, E2, and E3. So how can I join? First, I'll join these employee and this manager. So I have E1, E1, and E2. So how can I join this employee and manager? E1 dot MGR in or equals to E2 dot EMP number. Done with first employee and first manager. Then I'm having E2, E3. I'm having E2, E3. I have to join this one now. E2 dot MGR in or equals to E3 dot EMP number. E2 dot MGR in or equals to E3 dot EMP number. So I have joined The first employee, first manager, second employee, second manager. Is it clear so far up to here? Nitya and team, did you understand something with this? Teju,
Yeah, yes, certainly.
Naveen, Sai,
Yes.
Sonia?
Yes, sir.
Good. I'll explain anyways once again. See here, if I have employee table and a department table, we know that this is the joining condition. EMP dot department number in or equals to DEPT dot department number. And if I give the reference for employee as E1 and his department table as D1, I have a reference of employee table and department table, and the joint condition is E1 dot department number in or equals to D1 dot department number, which means from the employee table reference, the common column is department number, which is equals to or in. From the department table reference of employees, the common column is department number. So this is E1, D1. This is the condition for E1 and D1. Then if it is E1, E2, I have first manager, first employee, and first manager. So here we have to use the joint condition based on employee and manager relationship. It goes like E1.mgr in or equals to E2.emp number. If it is, see here I'm just having E1, E2. So I will go with E1.mgr in or equals to E2.emp number. If we get E1, E2, E3, if I get E1, E2, E3, first we have to join these two. First employee, first manager, then second employee, second manager. So how it goes? If we have E1, E2, E3, we have to join these two first and then these two next. And it goes like same E1 dot mgr in or equals to E2 dot emp number. Done. Then second employee, second manager. E2 dot mgr in or equals to E3 dot emp number. In case if I get see here we have got E1 and D1. So this is a joint condition. And if I get E2 D2, if I get E2 D2, so we have E1 D1, E2 D2 also. So if it is E1 D1, the same joint condition. E1 dot department number in or equals to D1 dot department number. And if it is E2 D2, again same. E2 dot department number in or equals to D2 dot department number. See, we have E1, D1, employees reference table from both employee table and department table, managers reference table of employee and department. And apart from this, we have also one more condition, E1, E2. Apart from E1, D1, E2, D2, we also have one more condition, and that condition is employee, and manager relationship. Employee and manager relationship, and it goes like E1 dot mgr in or equals to E2 dot emp number. In case, see here we have seen with the E1 D1 and here with the E2 D2. In case if I get E3 D3 again, so E1 D1 same E1 dot department number in or equals to D1 dot department number. E2 D2 same again E2 dot department number in or equals to D2 dot department number. E3 D3 again E3 dot department number in or equals to D3 dot department number. So this is for employees E1 D1. This is for manager E2 D2, and this is for his manager E3 D3. Apart from this, we also have E1, E2, and E3. We have E1, E2, E3. So first we have to join E1 and E2. It goes like E1 dot mgr in or equals to E2 dot emp number, and after that E2, E3, E2, E3 again E2 dot mgr in or equals to E3 dot emp number. Is it clear so far with this? Is it clear? You better take a photo if possible, or do one thing. Just try to recall this once, or take a photo at least. Copy a query, write a query to display, write a query to display employee name and employee name and manager name, employee name and manager name along with their manager's manager name, employee name and manager name along with their manager's manager name. I'll repeat the query. Write a query to display employee name and manager name along with their manager's manager name. Employee name. Select employee name E1 dot ename, manager name E2 dot ename, and their manager's manager name. See, employee name and manager name and their manager's manager name. So what I should come with E3 dot ename, employee name, manager name, and their manager name from EMP E1 employee table reference, EMP E2 manager table reference, EMP E3 his manager table reference. And after that, I have to use where condition. See, we have E1, E2, and E3. If we get E1, E2, and E3, so first we have to join E1 and E2. First we have to join E1 and E2, and then E2 and E3. So the join condition is where E1 dot MGR in or equals to E2 dot EMP number and second employee E2 dot MGR in or equals to E3 dot EMP number. So employee name, their manager name along with their manager's manager name. Is it clear now? Nitya and team, Naveen,
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yes,
Sir.
sir.
copy this. We'll solve two last queries based on this again. Copy the next query. Write a query to display. Write a query to display employee name, and manager name along with their department names. Employee name and manager name along with their department name. Any answer? Select employee name E1 dot ename, manager name E2 dot ename along with their department name D1 E2 dot D name from EMP E1 employee table reference, EMP E2 manager table reference, and then DEPT D1 employees department table reference, DEPT D2 managers department table reference. Where what I can do now? See, I have E1 D1, E2 D2, and again E1 E2. So I have to write three conditions here. The first one is E1 D1. E1 dot DEPT number in or equals to D1 dot DEPT number. Then done with first one. Again, E2 dot DEPT number in or equals to B2 dot department number. Done with second one. And then the last one, employee and manager relationship. E1 dot MGR in or equals to E2 dot EMP number. So this is the output. Employee name, manager name, along with their department name, which means both employees and manager department name. If it is employee, D1 dot department name, D2 dot department name for manager. So EMP E1 for employees reference table, EMP E2 is for manager reference table, DPT D1 for employees department table reference, and DPT D2 is the manager's department reference table, where we have E1, D1, E2, D2. So if we have E1 and D1, E1 dot department number in or equals to D1 dot department number. Done with the first one. Again, E2 and D2, E2 and D2, and E2 dot department number in or equals to D2 dot department number. And after that, we have E1 and E2, and E1 dot MGR in or equals to E2 dot EMP number. So employee name, manager name, along with their department names. Along with their department names. Copy this. Then, then
Yes, sir.
copy one last query. Write a query to display. Write a query to display. Employee name, and their department name. Employee name and their department name. Manager's salary, and their location. Manager's salary and their location. Where employees are getting salary, greater than 2000, and they are working in the location New York. They are working in the location New York. I'll repeat the query again. Half of the query. Write a query to display employee name and their department name. Where managers and manager salary along with their location. Employee name, department name, manager salary and their location, where the employees are getting salary greater than 2000, employees are getting salary greater than 2000 and they are working in the location New York, working in the location New York, and and managers are getting salary greater than 2000. Managers are getting salary greater than 2000 and they are they are working in sales department. Managers are getting salary greater than 2000 and they are working in sales department. Any answer? Select employee name, E1 dot E name, manager, what's that? Employee name along with the department name, right? Employee name
Yes.
along with the department name. Whose department?
Managers.
No. Employee name along with the department name.
Em-
Employees department number.
Employees department.
D1 dot D name. Manager's salary, E2 dot salary, then and their location, D2
E2
dot
dot
location
location.
from EMP E1,
E1
BEPT B1, EMP E2, BEPT D2. So EMP E1, employee name, EPT D1, EMP E2, manager, BEPT D2, location. Where? First, we'll join these conditions, E1, D1, E2, D2, we'll join this, then we'll use the normal conditions. So first, E1 dot DEPT number in or equals to D1 dot
dot
department
DPT
number,
number.
then with E1, D1, and then E2, D2. E2 dot DPT number
Per
or equals to E dot DPT number. Done with E1, D1, E2, D2. Then E1, E2. We'll join with E1 dot MGR in or equals to E2
E2
EMP
dot
number. Then we'll go with the normal conditions. What they said? Where employees are getting salary greater than 2000. Employees are getting salary greater than 2000. So E1 dot sal greater than 2000 and working in the location New York.
New
Who should
York.
working? Employee. So D1 dot location. D1
Location
single quoted
in New York.
in no, New York. Employees,
Why?
yeah, employees are getting salary greater than 2000 and they are working in the location. So, New York. And managers are getting salary greater than 2000. E2 dot sal greater than 2000 and working in sales department. I should write the department. E2 dot because sales department comes in linear column. What do you mean? Single quoted sales. Single quoted sales. Close the bracket. Fine. No row selected. Which means the query is correct, but the output did not match. See, sometimes you will get no row selected, which means the syntax is correct, the syntax which we have written is correct, but according to that syntax, there is no record that has been matched. So still it is valid. Copy this, paste. Yes, this is all about joining multiple tables. And then we have something called order by clause, order by clause. So this one says it is used to sort, order by. It is used to sort or arrange the records in ascending order or descending order. So arranging the records in ascending order or descending order. By default, the compiler will arrange the records in ascending order. See, let me tell you once again. If it is ascending, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This is ascending. And if it is descending, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So this is ascending and this is descending. So order by, it is used to sort or it is used to arrange, or I can make it as A, B, C, D or D, C, B, A. So that is called as ascending and descending. It is used to sort or arrange the records in ascending order or descending order. By default, the compiler will arrange the records in ascending order. See, we will get the records in ascending order. But if we want to arrange the records in descending order, we have to use a command or keyword that is desc, D-E-S-C, descending. So I'll repeat. By default, we'll get the output in ascending order. In case if you want the output in descending order, then we have to use a keyword or command, something called desc. Then order by clause will execute after the execution of from clause. See, select from and directly order by. So order by clause will execute after the execution of from clause, because in order by clause, where clause, group by clause, and having clause are optional. Where clause, group by clause, and having clause are optional. So the order by clause will directly execute from right after the execution of from. For example, I'm having ename A, B, C, D. So this is the value that is in the ascending order. Ename is in the ascending order. But if I want the ename in descending order, I want the ename in descending order. D, S, C. I want the ename in descending order, so I'll get D, C, B, A, B, C, B, A. And I'm having salary here. I'm having salary and I want the salary in descending order. Or if I ask, I want the salary in ascending order, I'll get 100, 300, and 400. This is ascending order. By default, it will give the ascending order. In case if I want it descending, I want it in the salary DSC. I have to specify salary should be descending. See, here I have not specified it as descending. I given just salary, and the by default the compiler will give the records in ascending order. In case if I want the records in descending order, then we have to use the keyword something called desc to the particular column, so that the output will be in the reverse. 100 and 100. So this is what order by clause is. So it's not that important, but still we'll just go with one or two queries directly. Don't copy, just look at it. So order by. Select ename from EMP. I want the name, order by ename. One second. Order by ename. So I've given just, I want the ename in ascending order. See, if I want the records in ascending order, no need to give any keyword. By default, the compiler will arrange the records in ascending order. In case if I want the records in descending order, ename DAC, ename DAC. So the records are in descending order now. The records are in descending order. And I go with salary again. So select salary from EMP, order by salary. So salary in the ascending order. But if I want it in the descending order, BESC. Salary in descending order. Is it clear so far up to this one?